Today, my guest is Professor Daphne Yiu. I will keep my introduction short to maximize our time with her. In the next 30 minutes or so, we'll talk about Daphne as a person, Professor Yiu as a thought leader and an esteemed scholar, and finally as a mentor to many PhD students and junior faculty. For the sake of time, I'll skip many of her accomplishments and give you a very quick snapshot. Professor Yiu is a fellow of Asia Academy of Management, and she was elected as the president of Asia Academy of Management, a representative at large at Global Strategy Interest Group of the SMS, and she's an associate editor at AMJ, was a senior editor at Journal of World Business, senior editor at Asia Pacific Journal of Management, and editor at Corporate Governance International Review. She sits or sat at various editorial review boards such as AMJ, AMR, JIBS, Journal of Management Studies, and Org Science. Thank you, Daphne, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Daphne, your background, what did you want to become when you were a child?
Well, I actually, when I was a child, I didn't want to be grown up. First, childhood, I think, to many people is the happiest time in our life. And I was the youngest daughter in my family. So I got a lot of attention and care from my parents, from my sisters. And that's why I want to just be staying young, staying in the childhood forever. Later, one day, I think in my primary school, we were given a composition, and the topic is about what if I were. I still remember what I wrote down is I want to be a dictionary. So I don't know why I have that answer, but later when I think about what I want to be, I think that may pave a little bit ground for, I may like to seek for knowledge. I may like to serve to others such that they can also seek for knowledge. So teacher may be kind of the profession to pursue. But later, really think about what I really want to be when I really need to choose a university and also a major to pursue. I really think that I want to be a successful top executive, like a woman CEO of a large enterprise in Hong Kong. Maybe I'm subject to those TV drama in Hong Kong. And also in Hong Kong, a very common and the dominant logic of parental education is called winning at the starting line. So nowadays, the parents, they start to apply the preschools or kindergartens for their babies during pregnancy. So they have long queue, they pay debentures in order to get into a good school and then start, they call it all the way from kindergarten to high school. I think I may have indoctrinated with that kind of dominant logic. So I really want to pursue my bachelor degree, master degree, and then PhD degree as soon as possible, one stop. And then it's interesting also that my parents, they emphasize a lot on education. So my dad also has I don't know, a quite effective incentive system. Is for every A in the subject I got, then he will give me some bonus. Okay, for my pocket money, and at the same time also got scholarship, from government like that. So that really incentivized me to continue to pursue more and more degree. But when I chose between the major, Of course, it's straightforward that I chose business, especially I chose management as my major. But a very close alternative is that I also very like to pursue a law degree. So if I were not going into the business school, I think I would end up to be in the law school and to be a lawyer. And when I am almost graduate, I went to the Career Service Center and did a test to see what kind of profession that fit my character. There are two answers, very close. One is to be a professor, and the other is to be a judge. Okay, so I don't know. I still want to be a judge, maybe. But I think that also reflect for doing that kind of test that not only reflect the character, personality, but also is about abilities. To share a little bit is that I think I am well trained in memorization, and I do have, I would say, very strong memorization abilities. I can remember the cell phone number and the ID numbers of all my family members. I can recognize voice and face accurately. So when students call my office, without they call my name, I already call their name. So they're kind of surprised. When I met people in area not close to campus, I can still figure out, oh, this is the security guard on campus, and this is the cashier of serving in one of the cafeteria, one of the 13 cafeteria on campus. And I still can, even, the sales lady, I went for shopping, and a sales lady, I said, oh, you changed job. You no longer work for that company, and now you're in this company. So again, I was surprised and joking and say that, oh, I should feel relieved that she didn't owe me any money. So, but anyway, I think that is how the education system in Hong Kong emphasize a lot on memorization, and I can perform well in my comprehensive exam in my PhD degree. So I can write very fast. Another thing is I like debate. I was always member of the university debate team or the high school debate team. I really like logical thinking too. So that's about what I want to be or what I can be may determine what I'm now.
That's very interesting. It actually reminded me of your story about your memory. It reminded me of Joe Mahoney. When I'm working with Joe, he cites a paper from 1980s or 1970s. He says, like, there's a footnote 10. Footnote 10 says such and such. He's got this photographic memory. It's always very fun to talk to him. I think he has read and he has scanned every paper in his mind. It is just impressive. Something that is not on your CV, other than the things that you just explained, your hobbies, your interests, that people might find interesting.
That's a very good question. CV is kind of impression management, right? So, but something not put on the CV, I think is, besides those skills, I have a pair of magic hands. What does that mean is whenever I hold babies, okay, even they are crying, and then when I hold them, carry them, they will stop crying immediately, and sooner or later, then they will fall asleep. So that is my sense of satisfaction. Whenever I see any crying baby, I really want to hold them and then to calm down their emotion, and that really works. Another thing is you can see my Zoom virtual background here is I really like flowers, color lightings, fireworks, Christmas lightings, blossom, the fall, red leaves, all these kind of things. I really can get drunk into this kind of scenery and colorful lightings. Will have very good mood, energize myself. So yeah, that is something I can spend a lot of time on and go into the colorful environment. Yeah, and go deep in that. So,
well, I think I know the answer to this one. If you stop doing what you're doing today, what's the second best career alternative plan?
well, yeah, we cannot go back. Yeah, but if I can start another career, a new career, I think I really want to leverage something I have equipped myself over the years in terms of the knowledge and also the experiences. I still want to be a top executive. Okay. I don't know anyone will have me. In fact, several years ago, I was headhunted by a now it's a unicorn in China. But at that time, I still think, oh, I don't want to give up my job security of being a professor. But if there's a second chance, not really for profit-making company, but if I can leverage what I have learned in my professor is my first career, and I really want to think about how I can leverage my capabilities and experience and also networks in another startup or other companies that need this kind of skills and profile. Of course, okay, if I were not a business major, I think I would be a lawyer. Yeah, I think I may fit that profession as well. Yeah.
Daphne, what are you most passionate about?
I think passionate is about something you cannot stop thinking and you are excited about it. To be frank, I'm very boring. I don't have much hobbies. Okay. Yeah, that's why, yeah, I think I'm passionate in observing happenings around and then relate them to research ideas or share with my doctoral students about, oh, yeah, we can theorize something like that. So these are the things that will keep always keep thinking, especially before sleeping every night. Yeah, we'll think about relating the happenings with how we can advance our field or to do a research to discover new findings. I think that is what I have been passionate about.
Thank you. Now let's switch to research. Let's assume you're stranded in a small village. So you're going to talk to people who don't read your work regularly. How do you explain your research to people who are not in academia? And why is your research important?
It's a great question, very relevant nowadays when we focus also on research impact. A few years ago, I got quite a number of opportunities to share my research with different communities, like Chamber of Commerce, Alumni Association, government think tanks, etc. So I have been thinking about how I can translate my research to laymen or even smarter business executives. But in brief, I think my research is very simple. I just examine how organizations make choices of organizational form, international strategy, and also corporate governance mechanisms in relation to the institutional environment, particularly in emerging and also transition economies. To me, my focus, I really like to relate that to the institutional environment, because I think we cannot take it for granted that everything is functioning well in different countries. And that's why I look at especially the transition economy of China. And over the years, I have been identifying what are the unique roles played by alternative mechanisms, can be governance mechanisms, can be informal institutions, and how those facilitate the entrepreneurial growth of Chinese enterprises.
Mm-hmm. About omitted variables, understudied areas, underutilized questions in IB, what can we say about some of the things that we need to study more?
I think this is a very difficult question. But I would like to address this from maybe from another angle. It's not something we omit, but I think over the years, IB research has its own unique contribution to business research and also to management research. The really particular and unique contribution is really the international ingredient here. So, but I think we may have focused too much on the literal sense of I in the past. So we look at cross-border activities, we look at multinational enterprises. But what I think we can do better is not only to focus on international related phenomenon or firm behavior, but it's really about how the international component can be theorized such that it can generate new insights into the general business and general management research. Some of the classic examples, I think, like some new and relevant IB concepts, liability of foreigners, institutional distance, or national culture, or institutional polycentrism, or some are more context-specific, like 1C, relational contracting. The international context really provide a best fit platform to advance this kind of knowledge and relate this kind of concepts to advance both the topical knowledge as well as the boundary of theories. So I really hope we can continue this kind of theorization and contextualization efforts to utilize and capitalize on the cross-national context such that the focal phenomenon can be explained more thoroughly or even with like new and advanced insights. I think that is really, I still emphasize that that is the unique function of international business, and that differentiates business from international business.
Daphne, something to help the PhD students. Everyone is searching for the next best idea, the next most interesting creative question. What can you tell us about creativity in research? How do these creative ideas come about? Or at least in your case, how did you come up with your creative papers? What was the process?
Yeah, I really would like the emphasis on creativity. That is how we have new ways of thinking, and also may have new research methodology, or you work with people from different disciplines. So the fertilization of different knowledge, different ways of thinking are important for, or in the process of creativity. That's why I think it is really important to have a strong sense of curiosity. We may not really create something, okay, but I think we can discover new ways of thinking and also new ways of doing research. That's why I myself I spend my sabbatical to learn new areas of research and also new research methodology. Like nowadays we talk about natural language processing or machine learning. Although I cannot say I'm master or I'm really good at that, but still I think we are very fortunate that we have the flexibility, and when we are given time, like a whole year sabbatical to learn new things. And I really think those are the ways to keep close observation, read different literatures from different disciplines, and also pick up new research methodologies. Those are some of the mechanisms that can lead to have more creativity in research.
Thank you. About the evolution of IB scholarship, how did the culture of scholarship, IB scholarship, evolve over time, in your opinion?
I think one thing I really want to share with the IB community, that is also one of the unique, I would say, core value of the community in academia, is that we share a lot of ideas, thoughts, peer support, and also intellectual exchange. I remember I was attracted to this community, I would say the community features when I was having my master degree in Hong Kong. I think during that time, it's really the moment when the Academy of Management, they really have the passion to extend this kind of community platform to Asia. And that's why I witnessed the formation and the foundation of the establishment of Asia Academy of Management. And I think AIB is also doing the same thing here, is they want to extend the community to different areas of the world. I really treasured at that time. I can, situated in Hong Kong, I can have the opportunity to meet with a lot of professors. They visit Hong Kong on the way to different parts of Asia. I think at that moment that inspired me a lot is not only the knowledge creation part of the community, but also the knowledge and experience sharing of the community. I think this part is really important. It's an institution of the academic community. I do want for us to continue this kind of culture to co-evolve and extend to any other parts of the world. They do have academics there, but they may not have a chance to get connected with the academic community. They may not have the opportunity to attend conferences. They may not have the infrastructure to have a lot of Zoom webinar, but I really think this is important to extend the community to more different parts of the world.
True. Actually, the pandemic, in that sense, kind of helped. Don't you agree? Over the past years, yeah. I mean, obviously, we missed the physical interaction being in a conference, but I think it did work out for some from some different ways. About advice and mentoring, who was your advisor when you were going through the program?
Wow, I was very fortunate. I was in Hong Kong, so to find supervisors, usually at that time they don't have Zoom. It's kind of hard to communicate with supervisors. But I got the supervisors. They visit in Hong Kong and got the interview. So. So that's I think very early on, I do have a lot of different mentors who guide me all the way about how to do research, to get connected in the community. One advice I really remember is about this is not an easy process, especially when you got a lot of rejections from referees. It is important to be confident in the value of your research. So it is really important to keep the endurance to get through the process. It's not talking about only about publication. It's not really a published article, but I think the whole thing is about scholarship. So that what you are developing a portfolio of your own research, your own school of thought. In Chinese, we have this kind of called martial arts fiction. Inside, they have different streams of the martial arts. Okay, some may emphasize a lot on strength, some may emphasize a lot on flexibility. So in academia, I think that is also the same. We are not producing articles, but we are developing a scholarship. And that's why I think that is important to have a strong sense of identity and also the expert knowledge in your own area of research. So it's not by how many publications, or of course that are an objective indication as well, but to me more is about scholarship is more than research publication.
Among the PhD students or junior faculty that you see, you meet, you work with, what are some of the common mistakes that they make? What are the things that you would like to offer as a recommendation to do or to not to do?
Well, yeah, I also learned from myself in the past. I think one is still we need to have a strong sense of curiosity and enthusiasm. I feel nowadays the doctoral students they have so many articles to read, but they still cannot read enough. Okay. So because we have so many things going on, even everything is online, but you use I still think focus and going to the depth of each article is important. And second, I think is about the sense of ownership and identity as well. So it's not about just one more piece of research to work on and collaborate with different people on different pieces of work, but what is your own identity in your research? the third thing I think also relate to the scholarship is to have a holistic view of the scholarly profile, to really, to develop own research, but also, IB is not only about, you focus on country A's research, that is IB, or you add a country name in your paper, is about IB research. But as I mentioned earlier, it's really about how you contextualize and build on the context to advance the literature. So one very simple check is if you take out the country name in the paper, whether the same logic applies. So I always ask the doctoral students or junior faculty member to think about why you put the country name in your title, in your abstract, or in the hypothesis statement. In fact, the logic may not be different. If that's the case, then the IB component here may not really add value to the research. Mm-hmm.
Last question, Daphne. What is one question that I should have asked you but haven't?
Well, I don't think, your questions cover different aspects for people to know about me a lot. But if, I would think, a question that you should have asked maybe, what is the most difficult question that you gave to me? But that is really a good timing. I originally thought, why I was asked for the interview? Am I old enough? No. So, but this is, I think is a time for me to recollect what I have been doing. Especially this year is really special for me. Is one of your questions on the list is about similar to whether what I would have done if I can, so something I may want to be given a second chance, and I really was given a second chance, is that when I was on the job market after graduation, I got quite a number of offers in the United States, and I really think if I can start my career here, the path may be different. But instead, I went back to Hong Kong immediately after graduation. Over the years, actually over the decade, I still wonder whether I would be given a second chance to work in another country to leverage what I have learned and also have been doing in Hong Kong back to to another country. And it's really amazing that I was back to University of Oklahoma, in my alma mater. So that was, to me, is really like, this is another start. So I'm very fortunate to have this interview, and that can and as such a timing that I'm refreshing myself, and I hope to continue something new here that will be leading to something even more enriched in my career.
Thank you so much for your time for this great interview. I learned a lot. I'm sure the audience will agree with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.